Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Gary, and in this video we are going to talk about CLOVER, ticker symbol CLOV. And in particular, we are going to talk about the chart, the data, as well as my personal opinion on what's going to happen moving forward. Okay guys, right off the bat, let's take a look at the chart. Yesterday we were down by 5.95%. Currently we are at $12.95. Post-market $12.98. So we shall see. As you can see in my previous video I posted the other day, I said I'm buying more CLOVER at this area because I felt that this is a pretty good support line. It's a pretty good consolidation area, and true enough, it consolidated. It tried to break the $16 resistance. It tried to break, but you know, it couldn't break, right? And obviously, you know, once it couldn't break, then it goes back down to the support line, trying to break the support line instead. And yesterday it broke the support line. And also, I mean, I just want to add on, over the past couple of days, the momentum stocks, or in fact stocks in general, has been red, right? It's been red across the board. It's not just CLOVER, it's not our stock, it's not CLOVER, but it's been red across the board. So therefore we see this sell off over here. Now we broke this particular support line, and now it has become our resistance line, which is $13.50 thereabout, and our support line is at $12, around there, $12. So I'm thinking of adding more position at $12. We shall see what's going to happen today, tomorrow, today, and then hopefully next week will be better. So I said the other day that we might be seeing this drop all the way to $12. Reason being is there was this gap over here, and in terms of stocks, they always want to fill the gap that they have gapped up, right? So therefore we are currently filling the gap, and once we have filled the gap, I do hope that next week onward will be better. So we fill the gap, and then we start to bounce back up, and then we see this U shape or V shape, and then maybe we see a cup and handle before we spike to $60, $70. So yeah, over the past few videos, if you haven't watched, I've been covering CLOVER quite a fair bit. If you look at the data is there. You know that it is heavily shorted. You know that the data show all of us that it is heavily shorted, and it's not a matter of whether it will short squeeze, but in my personal opinion, I feel that it is a matter of when will it short squeeze. So yesterday I did a lot of shopping, not just on CLOVER, a lot of stocks as well. Yeah, and CLOVER I bought more calls yesterday because it dropped quite a fair bit, right? So I do see today will be a quite critical place, because if you take a look at the option chart, so at $15 in terms of the count, right? In terms of the count, it is a lot, and at this side and at this side, right, it is volume. So let's take a look at count. So at count $15, it's quite high, the strike price. So therefore, they tried to beat this $15 strike price, go below it, and if you're a market maker in terms of psychology game, you want to push it down below $10. So right now we are at a crucial period, because if you take a look at maximumpain.com, this maximum pain is at $13. Maximum pain is at $13, right? So right now we are at a very crucial period. It is at a battleground, all right, to see whether we are bearish or bullish. So this is a very important ground today, and if we go down to 12, 11, it doesn't matter, because if you look at the chart, we are just bouncing off this particular support line, and the data, it never lies, it's a matter of when. So if you're into this movement, if you're in CLOVER for quite some time, you look at the data. For me, I'll diamond hand because I look at the data. But if you just want to earn quick bucks, then I would suggest you put a stop loss. But of course, this is not financial advice. Whatever you do is up to you, right? So let's take a look at this sentiment. Right now, Clover has dropped quite substantially. Reason being, I mean, it has been red for a couple of days, and therefore it dropped, and yeah, it's very reasonable. So, but we are still in a top 10 most talked about stock on Wall Street Bets. So, I also want to highlight that Shamad, I don't know whether I pronounce his name correctly. I hope I do. Basically, you look, he owned 10% of Clover, and he haven't sell any of his stocks. He could have sold at 20. Of things in terms of the fundamentals, in terms of how much potential the company has, he knows that it's above $10. So if you are below $10, I mean, it's up to you guys. He haven't sell a single share of his stocks. So I mean, you can take it as a reference. And of course, if you take a look at the management, the directors, they haven't sell anything. In fact, they have been buying since January. They have been buying. So in terms of the directors, the leaders, they haven't sell a single share. Now let's take a look at the data. Okay, so this right now we have short shares availability is only 20,000 shares. Okay, only 20,000 shares left to short. Next, let's take a look at this OTEX. Okay, so days to cover 1.17. Okay, in case we are not very sure whether it's good, whether it's bad, let's take a look. Right, okay, a day to cover of between 1 to 4 usually indicates strong positive sentiments and lack of interest from short sellers. 1 to 4 indicates strong positive sentiment and the lack of interest from short sellers. So right now we are at 1.17. So I mean, this is the data I'm giving it to you. So do make sense of it. Then utility rate is 100%. If you guys are not very sure what is utility rate, let's go through it together. Utilization is defined as loan shares divided by available shares in the securities lending market expressed as a percentage. General utilization is the ratio of demand and supply. For example, Apple may have utilization of less than 1% because the stock has vast availability relative to demand to borrow shares for shorting. So Roku Inc. may have utilization above 90 because higher demand to short shares as compared to the number of shares available. So 100% meaning higher demand to short shares as compared to the number of available shares. So what's saying is that the short demand is high. All right, short sellers are pushing down the price because the high demand for short shares, but the number of available shares are low. Therefore, it is 100%. Let me share with you. It is left 20 short shares availability 20,000 shares. This can be found on Fintel, and this is on OTEX. Okay, and all these are different websites to have different definition for all of us. So yeah, I think in terms of sentiments, in terms of the data, in terms of the leaders, in terms of, yes, I want to show you guys the community. We have been growing, right? The very first video, if you guys watched my very first video on Clover, we were only 9,000 members, and now we are 27,000 members. If you ask me, I learned math, I learned statistics. This is considered a exponential growth, and it will only continue to grow. All right, guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. And if you guys do smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If not, I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow it, and let's grow it together. I'll see you guys in the next video.